Karen wanted a custom bouquet, but her racist design got her banned from the shop. The air in Rosa's flower shop hummed with the scent of fresh lilies and the quiet chatter of customers. Rosa Martinez, a third-generation florist, wove through her vibrant displays, her hands deftly arranging peonies and roses for a wedding order. Her shop, nestled in the heart of a diverse small town, was more than a business. It was her sanctuary, a place where every bloom told a story of love, grief, or hope. At 28, Rosa poured her heart into every arrangement, her warm smile welcoming all who entered. But today that warmth would be tested. Karen Whitaker stormed through the door, her heels clicking sharply against the hardwood floor. She was a familiar face in town, known for her loud complaints at coffee shops and her insistence on speaking to the manager over minor slights. Her blonde hair was pulled into a severe bun, and her lips pursed as she clutched a crumpled sketch. "I need a custom bouquet," she announced, her voice cutting through the shop's gentle hum. "And I need it done exactly as I've drawn it." Rosa, wiping her hands on her apron, approached with her usual kindness. "I'd be happy to help. Can I see your design?" Karen thrust the paper forward, her eyes gleaming with something Rosa couldn't quite place: pride, perhaps, or defiance. As Rosa unfolded the sketch, her heart sank. The bouquet was intricate, with lilies and carnations arranged in a pattern that formed a symbol Rosa recognized instantly from history books and news reports, one tied to hate and division. Her hands trembled as she set the paper down. "Ma'am," Rosa said, her voice steady despite the bile rising in her throat, "I can't make this. This design, it's offensive. It's a hate symbol." Karen's face twisted into a scowl. "It's just flowers," she snapped. "You're a florist. Do your job." Rosa stood taller, her brown eyes locking onto Karen's. "My job is to create beauty, not to spread hate. I won't make this bouquet." The shop fell silent. Customers froze, their eyes darting between the two women. Karen's voice rose, shrill and unyielding. "You're refusing me? I'm a paying customer. I'll have your business shut down." Rosa's chest tightened, but she held her ground. "You can take your money elsewhere. This shop doesn't serve hate." As Karen's tirade grew louder, a new voice cut through the tension. "She's right, you know?" All eyes turned to an elderly man in the corner, his hands gnarled from years of labor, his face weathered but kind. Mr. Ellis, a regular who bought daisies every week for his late wife's grave, stepped forward. "I fought in a war against symbols like that," he said, his voice trembling with quiet fury. "You ought to be ashamed, lady." His words hung heavy, a twist of perspective that shifted the room's energy. Karen's confidence faltered, but only for a moment. "You're all so sensitive," she sneered, grabbing her sketch. "I'll take this to someone with a spine." She stormed out, leaving a trail of stunned silence. Rosa exhaled, her hands shaking as she returned to her work, but the encounter lingered like a bruise. The shop slowly resumed its rhythm, customers offering quiet words of support. Yet Rosa couldn't shake the unease. She wondered if she'd see Karen again, or worse, what Karen might do next. Days later, the town's online forum exploded. Karen had posted a scathing review of Rosa's shop, accusing her of discrimination and censoring free speech. She shared her bouquet design, claiming it was just art. The post went viral, drawing a flood of comments, some defending Karen's rights, others condemning her bigotry. Rosa's shop became a battleground in a culture war she never wanted to fight. Hateful emails poured in, and a few strangers loitered outside, snapping photos and muttering slurs. But so did supporters, neighbors, regulars, even strangers who drove hours to buy a single rose in solidarity. Rosa's resolve hardened, but the toll was heavy. Late one night, as she closed up, she found a brick through her window, a note tied to it. "You'll regret this." Her heart raced, but she refused to break. She reported it to the police, who promised to investigate, but Karen's name kept surfacing in whispers. The town was splitting. Some saw Rosa as a hero, others as a troublemaker. Then came the twist no one expected. A teenage girl, Mia, who worked part-time at the shop, confessed something to Rosa. "I know Karen," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "She's my aunt." Mia's eyes brimmed with tears as she revealed Karen's history, years of bitter rants at family gatherings, always cloaked in free speech. Mia had stayed silent, torn by loyalty, but seeing Rosa's pain pushed her to speak. "I told her about your shop," Mia admitted. "I didn't know she'd do this." Rosa hugged her, forgiving the girl who'd unwittingly set this storm in motion. The confrontation came at the town's annual festival. Karen, emboldened by her online supporters, showed up with a new bouquet another florist had made her design. She paraded it proudly, expecting cheers. Instead, the crowd parted, their silence deafening. Mr. Ellis stepped forward again, his voice steady. "That's not freedom," he said. "That's shame." One by one, people turned away. Karen stood alone, her bouquet wilting under the weight of their rejection. Rosa's shop survived, stronger for the community's support, but the victory was bittersweet. Karen moved away, her name a cautionary tale. Rosa, though, carried the scars of the ordeal: distrust, exhaustion, and a lingering fear that hate could bloom again. She kept a single wilted lily from that day, a reminder of what she'd fought for. In the end, Rosa's sanctuary endured, but the cost was etched in every petal she arranged. The town learned a painful lesson. Silence can enable hate, but courage can uproot it. What do you think? Where does the line fall between free expression and harm, and how should a community respond when hate takes root?